G'day. This tutorial is going to step you through how to make a top-down car racing game like this one here. In Scratch now, I've got a new project, and starting off with the Catman down here, he's actually not going to be in this project, so I'm just going to import my car. Car is transparent, found on the internet, royalty free of course, and I don't have to do any editing to it. I could if I wanted to, but I'm happy with it. The only thing I'll need to do is change his size to a realistic size for my track. The track I have created in another project, and it looks like this. When I created the track, I just used a square, and then drawing a square, then using this tool right here, which is a very handy tool for drawing, the reshape tool. You can add points to it, and you can stretch them out to make it look more like what you want. Then after I did that, I created another layer behind it here, which is the yellow track. The yellow is going to be used for a buffer, the side buffer or the side rail. When the car hits the yellow rail, it's going to slow down. You could get the car to stop if you wish, but mine's just going to slow down. Just going to change the acceleration. So I want him to be on the front layer, and I want him to start about here. The only thing left to do is to draw a really quick backdrop. Again, using the square tool. I want a transparent outline, and the fill tool has a gradient tool. Okay, so to code my car to start moving, what I'm going to need to do is every time the flag is clicked, I'd like him to come back to this position, and I'd like him to point in the direction that he's facing at the moment. Then I would like him to move. Now, there's a couple of ways you can get your car to move. You can use buttons like this. When I receive space, then do this and then move. That would be a simple way to do it. However, what I've found is that you can actually use a move block with two variables. One's going to be speed and the other one's going to be friction, to make the car look like he's accelerating. When you accelerate, you start to slow down as soon as you take your foot off the accelerator. So these variables are going to be 1 and 0.9. At this stage, you can always change those if you'd like it to speed up quicker and slow down quicker. And then in my flag clicked block, I'm going to put forever move. At this stage, move doesn't do anything because we haven't coded it. Inside the move block, I'm going to click edit and run without screen refresh. Makes it run a bit smoother. The first condition we're going to put in here is if the accelerator is pressed. So in my case, it's going to be the space bar. Then I'm going to use a variable. We're going to call this accelerate. And we're going to say change accelerate by speed. Once these variables are defined up here, you can always use them in your code, which makes it very handy. So if the space key is pressed, change accelerate by speed. If I do that now and press spacebar, nothing will happen because it's not moving yet. We need a move block, and we need this variable accelerate. But the number up here has gone ballistic. Before we do anything else, we do need to set accelerate to 0 every time the flag is clicked. And then if I press space, he's going to start moving. At this stage, he doesn't slow down though. It's just going to keep accelerating. You can see the number accelerate doesn't slow down at all. And to fix that problem, we're going to set accelerate by... So this is what we want. We want the variable accelerate times friction. Friction is going to be a number that's less than 1, so it slows down. Okay, so if I press space now, you can see this up here is the acceleration. He does accelerate, but then gradually slows down. You can change this number, but don't make it less than 1. So he is slowing down, but not quick enough for me. I'd like my car to slow down 0.9. Okay, so we've got him accelerating. Next thing to do is to get him to be able to move left and right, or turn left and right. And we're actually going to use that code, turn, and the condition that we're going to put in place is going to be keys. So you can decide what moves your car around. I'm going to use my left arrow to turn him, and then my right arrow to turn him the other way. Okay, so if I start this now and he moves forward, my left and right arrow is probably a little bit too touchy. So we can drop these numbers down. Well, the other thing we can do is we can define that in our code up here. We can give it another one, turn. And then all of a sudden we've got another turn variable over here which we can define. And we could say 5, and we can use turn in here. So if I accelerate now, he's turning great. Probably not as touchy as what I'd like it to be, so let's go 8. Okay, so we've got him accelerating, we've got him being able to turn. Next thing we need to do is have him so that we can reverse if we get stuck. And that's a nice easy one. We're just going to use another if statement. Inside the if statement, we're going to have the reverse key. For me, it's going to be the down arrow. And then in motion, we can say move 10 steps. If we test that out now, though, he's going to go forward, so we need to make sure that's a negative number. Let's go 3. It's a pretty good way to reverse. We're going to reverse around the track. Okay, pressing flag should reset us back to this position. I'm just going to drop the size of my car now. It just looks a bit big for the track. Okay, so the next thing we need to do is get him to not be able to cruise across the track anywhere he likes. So we can put in some conditions here so that when he hits the yellow or when he hits the green, things happen. It's all going to be based around this variable which is going flat out now, number 9. The variable accelerate. If I take my space key off, if I stop pressing it, it's going to start dropping because it's times by friction. Alright, so to get him to not be able to do that, we're going to put another if statement in. If. Scratch has got a really nice block called touching color, and we can use this color picker to exactly match the yellow. And then we already have a variable that we can change here, which is accelerate, and we can drop accelerate to a certain number. So if I'm cruising along and I hit yellow, it's going to slow down. Okay, this number here can be anything you like. You might want him to stop completely if he's touching. So he's just rolling off the accelerate. And you can play with that number to get it to be whatever you want. Now we can make that number less if it's green. Okay, so now you've got a car that will go around the track, but if he touches the barriers or the grass, it's going to slow down.